just got up and had some coffee, and I'm super excited. Me and my friend Holly are going to the Backstreet Boys DNA World Tour show tonight in Atlanta. My sister-in-law went last night in Raleigh, and she said it was amazing. So super excited. This will be like my first mom's night out in a very, very long time. It's much needed now that I'm a mom of 3 and I have not really had much of a break since I had Mr. Luca. So I'm excited for tonight. Wes is going to keep the kids for me. So I'm going to start getting ready. I need to self-tan because I'm ghostly white. I haven't been out much this summer. And yeah, I'm going to self-tan and try to figure out what I'm going to wear because none of my clothes fit really. All my shirts fit, but none of my shorts or pants fit. I've still been wearing maternity clothes. So I've got to find something to wear. Could be difficult. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous to leave Luca because this will be the longest that I've left him. There was one day I went shopping. I was gone for 4 hours, but this will be an hour drive there, an hour drive home. We're going to stop and eat, and then the show will probably be 2 hours, so I'll probably be gone 5 or 6 hours. So I'm nervous. I hope he does good because there was one day I was only gone for 2 hours, and Wes called me and was like, come home now, because he couldn't calm him down because he wanted to nurse. So I pumped 2 bottles, and he does take formula once or twice a day, so I'm hoping that he does okay without me for that long. And I'm gonna have to pump on the way there and on the way home probably. Luckily my pump is I can take it with me easily. It's the Freestyle Medela, so yeah, I'm gonna be pumping going down the road with her, so should be fun. Or when we get there in park or something. But yeah, that'll be the first time I pump in the car. But I'm gonna have to do that today because I woke up and I was super engorged because he's been sleeping longer stretches throughout the night. So I'm I've got some plugged ducts, and I'm feeling I was engorged. I'm not anymore, but I'm still sore where I had plugged ducts. And yeah, I'm just kind of sore. My boobs are sore today, so I'm probably gonna try to some of those little tender care gel packs from Medela. I have those, so I'm gonna try those and see if that helps some. But I'm really sore today. So anyway, that's how my day's going so far. I'm about to go make something to eat for all of us, for me and the kids, and then start getting ready because it's gonna take me a while. It always takes me a while, especially with the baby. I'm gonna have to stop in between and feed him and take care of him and change diapers and stuff. So I will take you along. I'm not gonna take my camera with me. I'll probably just do some clips on my Instagram stories. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that there. But this is probably gonna go up a month after the show, knowing me. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the updates and stuff. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to take my camera in there, so I will just do some Instagram and Facebook stories and all that. But anyway, I'm gonna go get ready, and yeah, I'll vlog what I can today. But so he hates tummy time like my other 2 children. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, so she's on the way to my house now. I just finished getting ready. Where's the remote? Welcome back. So today is the next day after the Backstreet Boys concert. I had a great time. This is a shirt I got. It says Backstreet Boys. It's got an old picture of them. We had so much fun. It was a really awesome show. It was emotional too. Brian's son opened, and he talked about that after, and he was thanking all the fans for welcoming his son. And they were talking about everybody there kind of grew up with them, and then they had that song with you know, the video with all their kids in it. I'll link it at the end of this video, but it's so sweet. And like, you know, I've been listening to them for like 20 something years, since I was like a little girl. I don't really listen to them regularly now, but I probably will, because their music is actually really good. Like when I was younger, I remember in school, like kids making fun of other kids for listening to like Backstreet Boys, but their music was actually pretty good. Like I feel like I had pretty good taste in music when I was 8. So, and then of course they have their new album out. But the way they were talking and the way they were so emotional, I feel like this is probably their last tour. Like their last hurrah. They didn't say that, but it just seemed that way, the way they were talking. I mean, they're getting older and they have families and children of their own. And they probably don't want to be on the road all the time. It's probably like the last shows, I feel like. I could be wrong, but that's how it seemed. So I'm glad I went, because I never got to go when I was a kid and I wanted to so bad. I love them. Like, I remember having posters in my room when I was like 8. I used to get those magazines at the grocery store, and there was always like posters in the middle, and you'd pull out your posters and put them all over your walls, and my walls were literally covered in posters. Like, there was no wall, it was all posters, not just Backstreet Boys, Backstreet, NSYNC, Limp Bizkit. Like, yeah, when I was 8, I know. Explains everything. Who else? There were others, I can't remember, but I had posters all over my walls, like from those magazines. And boy bands and music was just the thing. We didn't really have computers and cell phones then, but we had CDs and boom boxes and all that, so that was the cool thing then. But yeah, nostalgia. But I had a really good time. I really needed the break. It was nice to have fun with another mommy friend, and Wes stayed home with the kids, and everything went really well. I was afraid he was going to call me and the baby was going to be inconsolable or something because he wanted to nurse, but apparently he did really good, so that was a success. I will say, after the show, I felt really bad because I did spend $50 on this shirt. I never spend that much on one. I don't even spend that much on jeans. I spent like 20 bucks on pants, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna buy a shirt, you know, whatever. It was cute. I actually got the last one of these. They pulled it off the mannequin, but when we walked out, of course, the show was in Atlanta. Every time I go to Atlanta for like my doctor's appointments and stuff, you know, there's homeless everywhere there, and it kills me. Like, I've always had a heart for the homeless, and I try to keep cash on me, or like, you know, a bottle of water or something so I can give it to someone. But I didn't have any cash on me. I just wasn't thinking about it. And when we left the show, there was a man eating out of the dumpster, out of the trash can, and it kills me. And then as we were walking to our parking deck, there was a mom with her 3 kids on the sidewalk at midnight on a school night begging for change or just whatever. And I mean, she wasn't begging, she was just like, you know, do you have anything that could help us? And I was like, I don't have any cash, but you know, if there was something, I was like, do you know of anything open nearby? I can get y'all something to eat. And she's like, I don't think anything's open right now, because it was midnight. So I felt like crap. I just spent, you know, a lot of money on a Backstreet Boys ticket, a lot of money on one t-shirt, a lot of money on one drink at the show, and I didn't have any cash on me to give to those little kids on the street, sleeping on the street. Hopefully they had a shelter to go to or something, but I don't know. The little girl had holes in her pants, and it just killed me. Like, as a foster mom, I have empty beds in my house right now. Like, I could have took them home with me and they could have slept in those empty beds. Like, it was just all I could do not to like just cry. Like, I felt so bad. Like, and I feel so grateful. Like, and I was going home to my 3 kids who were safe in their warm beds when I got home, and it just made me so thankful and grateful, because that could be me. Sorry, I know, like, I get sappy and emotional in my videos, but like, you know, that's a reality for a lot of people, and I cannot imagine. Can't. And it makes me angry because, like, right behind me there's a building, and you can see it lit up, and all these empty offices, and like, there's shelter right there. Like, they could have went in there, you know, if those places were open. And especially being a Christian, why, this is my frustration with the Christian churches, or all churches, why are they not unlocked and open to the homeless 24/7? It blows my mind. Like, what do you think Jesus called us to do? Like, we are supposed to be helping the needy. Like, why are we not doing more? And there's plenty of Christians who do a lot. I understand that. But the churches should be open 24/7 to the homeless. I understand there are homeless people that want to be homeless and like to live that way. But for the ones who aren't, I'm sure that mother with her 3 kids, and she didn't look like a drug addict. She looked sober, you know, like, why? It just, there's no excuse to us Christians. I don't know. It just breaks my heart, and I wish there was a solution. I know there's a solution. For one, just the empty and abandoned homes in America could house all of the homeless and then some. I think there's a statistic where every homeless person could have 2 abandoned houses. I know that's not like ideal, but it's better than nothing. It's better than sleeping on the street and eating out of a dumpster. You know, like, it just blows my mind. Like, there's got to be a solution, and I feel like it should start with the church. The church should have their doors open 24/7 with pallets or air mattresses or anything. Even the floor, you know, a blanket on the floor is better than sleeping outside on the street. Like, you know, especially children. Like, it's hard enough for me to see adult homeless people, but this is the first time I have personally been within arm's reach of 3 homeless children. And I'm a mom of 3, so it just really hit home how blessed I am and my kids are. And yeah, so just pray for them. She asked me to keep them in my prayers, and I'm asking you to do the same. Just pray for them, because I mean, there's nothing else I can really do at this point, but it just kills me, like, especially to see it firsthand. Like, there's got to be a solution. Like, there's no excuse. There's no reason why anybody should be homeless other than them just wanting to be. But yeah, we've got to do better, people. We got to do better, especially the church. Jesus would be so ashamed of us, I think. I feel like, you know, he's like, why are my people not doing what I told them to do? I mean, it's simple. Open the doors of the church. The churches sit empty. You know, most churches only have service Monday and Sunday and Wednesday. My church only has service 1 time on Sunday and 1 time on Wednesday. The rest of the week, you know, they have different events at different times, but there's no reason that all the churches can't have their doors open 24/7. I'm sure they're worried about their things getting messed up and stolen. So what? Sell the stuff. If we're bringing people in, how many more people do you think would come to Jesus if the church just did what Jesus asked? That's the goal, is it not? We don't need all these fancy lights and smoke machines and big shows. We need to be taking care of God's people. Like, what are we doing? It's all backwards. It is. Sorry. I know it's probably an unpopular opinion. I don't care. When you see something like that firsthand, like, there's no excuse for the church. So that's my rant for the day. So that was my life lesson last night, and it's heavy stuff. I know, but I had a great time. But that just really made me grateful when I got out there last night. So anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna vlog anymore today. I'm exhausted. That's the latest I've stayed out in a long time. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, but please just keep them in your prayers. Thanks.